Hey dojo friends, I had some people write and ask what is a good beginner book on Budo Taijutsu. There are a couple of good books out there, so today's good read is this book, literally called Budo Taijutsu, an illustrated reference guide of Bujinkan Dojo Taijutsu by author Duncan Mitchell. Duncan, I don't know Duncan personally, I think he lives in Australia. It's not Duncan Stewart from Tasmania, but Duncan Mitchell from Australia. This is a really good book that came out, let's see what year it came out. 2020, almost 4 years ago. I really like this as one of several reference guides. It's a very simple book, but the illustrations in here are top-notch. So if you're a beginner of this particular martial art or you want to know more about it, this is a good and inexpensive way to get it. This book is not hardcover, it only comes in soft cover. So as you can see, my copy here is all faded and marked up. But I sell many of these. I've probably paid Mr. Mitchell's mortgage several times with all of the dozens and dozens of copies that I have ordered and my students have ordered. So let me go through this very quickly for you just to show you basically what it's about. The book is about 270 pages long, somewhere around that. It's chock full of good information. So Budo Taijutsu, and here are the foundations of Budo Taijutsu. He has training and etiquette, physical preparation, kamae, posture and body structure, atekomi, which is the striking methods. He has kyusho, vital points, tai sabaki, evasion, ukemi, which is break falling, gyakuwaza, joint locking, nagewaza, throwing techniques, section on shimewaza, constriction techniques, goshin ninjutsu, which is self-defense, mushin, talking about no mind, kihon gata, and in the back he has several of the different lineages, all of the techniques listed. Now, one of the downplays of this book that I've seen in reviews is not the entire book has illustrations, but none of the schools in the back, as you can see, have any illustrations. This is just a reference text with the techniques written down in description, but no pictures. And I can understand why. If you drew pictures for all of these techniques, which is what this series of books has done by Karsten Kuhn, this is the Green Book series, all of the techniques in these are in picture form, as you can see. To have done that in this book would be 600 pages long. You just couldn't do it. So I don't mind that Duncan has not put drawings in the back, because you have to pay an artist to do all these wonderful photos, and it would have been so thick and so expensive that I don't think Duncan could have put this book out. You have to cut corners somewhere. He had to probably cut corners with the techniques. He could have just not put these in, but I'm glad that he did, because those of you who like the martial arts can go in here and research the different schools and all of the techniques there. This does not include all the scrolls on these schools. It's probably the first couple, the Shoden, maybe Chuden level, that's about it. Anyway, let's go through a couple of these photos here. So this is what I love about this book is, as you can see here, he has things like how to bow, how to sit in the different kamae, etiquette when you're going onto the mat. He has the laws of the dojo. He has Junan Taiso, stretching and different splits and stretches that we work on here at the dojo to prepare your body for class, kicking exercises, punching exercises, and really good illustrations here. Let me just go. So here's a particular page I just picked at random, page 34. He has the shapes of the strikes, so Shuto, Shito, Shako, Ken. And he has arrows written on the way the body strikes or moves. So he's showing like an Ura Shuto. He has 3 different drawings here of the way that looks. Different types of kicks. We show these to our youth students and our adult students. For people to be able to see a diagram like that, it really helps you. As you all know, some people learn by listening, some learn by looking, some by doing. This is very, very helpful for students to see what does an Ogyaku look like, what does Onikudaki look like. And I loved how they spent the time to color the black and white photos with the darker and the lighter here. so that you can actually see what's happening. My qualm with many martial art books who has black and white pictures is that it's hard to see who the uke and the tori are. Here it's very, very explicit and clear what you do. So all the different types of throws you can do. Now again, this is a fundamental basics book. It is not the entire system by any means. It's the fundamentals, what you can work on up to black belt, I would say. Really good stuff. All the ground fighting dojime chokes, self-defense, different things you can do here. It's just an overall good book. I use this as a reference quite often in class, even if we differ a little bit in some of our descriptions. The pictures have 1,000 words in them, and I think the pictures themselves are worth the reasonable, very reasonable price of this book. Now, toward the back, you start getting after page 129, we go into the different schools of Budo. Now, here's where most of the pictures stop. As you can see, it's just text. This is a dry read, but those of us who know how to interpret these techniques and do these on the mat, this is a good reference. Because what I'll do is I'll reference this book, I'll take the green books out and reference those, I'll consult other references that I have about 6 of them, videos, and then I'll compare them all and see why is the technique different in this book versus this one versus another. Budo Taijutsu, I consider this a must-have. Let me just read you the back cover as a synopsis to decide if you want to get this or not. Obviously, I don't get paid by Duncan or anybody to promote this, but I want to give you, the audience, some good reads out there. Budo Taijutsu combines the essence of 9 classical martial systems from Japan. Through his organization, Grandmaster Hatsumi Sensei has overseen the growth of Budo Taijutsu to many thousands of practitioners worldwide. Its training philosophy of developing your response in accordance with the situation provides both a dynamic martial art and a practical form of self-defense. In this guide, Budo Taijutsu, author and illustrator Duncan Mitchell, so Duncan not only wrote these, he drew the photos. Fantastic job, Duncan. Provides a comprehensive training manual for both beginners and experienced students. The book starts with basic training advice, physical preparation exercises, and how to take a fall safely before moving on to providing clear diagrams and brief explanations for the essential basic techniques for striking, joint locks, throws, choking, and self-defense. The second half of the guide then gives detailed descriptions of kata, practice forms for Shinden Fudo Ryu Daken Taijutsu, Kukishinden Ryu Daken Taijutsu, Takagi Yoshin Ryu Jutaijutsu, Gyoko Ryu Koshijutsu, Koto Ryu Koppo Jutsu, and Togakure Ryu Ninpo Taijutsu. Duncan has been training since 1995. He lived in Japan from 90 to 95, studied directly under Hatsumi and other seniors. He continues to return to Japan to further his study. This is Duncan's first book. Duncan, I don't know you, Mr. Mitchell, but you have done a great job. We appreciate this here in the U.S. and Ohio, and I'm sure many people out there who are interested in this martial art will pick up this book. You can buy this on Amazon. Reasonably priced. I don't know the exact price, but I would highly recommend as a good read, Budo Taijutsu by Duncan Mitchell here. All right, my friends, that's one good book that you can get for your library. No book, no video can possibly substitute time out there on the mat, but these are very helpful for those of you who do not have a dojo or a training group. All right, everybody, have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.